I'm Claire from Created the Ottaway. I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up! In the UK. Thank you for joining me today. Today's make is a little bit different. I'm a crafter that likes to try everything. Pinterest is my worst enemy. You go on there for 5 minutes and then 3 hours later. Anyway, I really like embroidery, I like crochet, I like knitting, I like sewing, everything. So when I can combine two of those crafts together, I particularly love it. So today's make is using an embroidery hoop, but with our Stampin' Up! Supplies. How cute is this little thing? So it looks lovely as a gift in a lovely little box, or just on the Christmas tree, or a standalone decoration. And you can do this absolutely any size you want with just the odds and ends that are left over after you've been card making. So what I tend to do with my bits and pieces when I die cut loads, I just put them in a little bag and shove them inside the stamp set. And then every so often I go through and tip them all out and see what I can make. Usually another card. But I've needed something for a Christmas craft retreat I've recently done. And I wanted something that wasn't a card, so this came about. Now this is a 4-inch embroidery hoop. There's no sewing involved. You just put the items on top however you want. So let me show you how to make it. So you need a piece of card. I tend to use a light background because I want everything to highlight on the front of the embroidery hoop. But at the craft retreat, there were some of the ladies that did it with Poppy Parade and Night of Navy, and honestly, they were stunning. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll post some of the photos on there. So you've got your embroidery hoop, you've got your piece of card. You also need a pencil and some scissors, and away we, and glue. Of course you need Tumbo glue, and away we go. So first of all, you take apart your embroidery hoop. So remember, this can be any size. I'm just gonna unwind that a bit. Okay, and you want the inner circle. Then what you're going to do is draw around that. So you want a little bit of gap, but you don't want to waste your card, so fairly near a corner. And you're just drawing around the outside with your pencil. Now don't worry about pencil lines because you're not going to see them. That's it. Now what I'm going to do is cut that out, but I'm going to cut it out about 1/4 inch bigger. So if you want to, you can go round and do another line, or you can just cut. The thing is, it doesn't need to be very wide, so it literally is just about 1/4 inch bigger. It doesn't even have to be a proper circle round. You're just cutting it out, and you're not going to see this bit, so I'm just going to go round like so. And you can see mine is really not straight, but that's what I love. You have to be precise. So you end up with this. Now where the pencil line is, you're going to cut in, so sort of like making tabs. And this is the bit where I should speed it up, but we just have a chat while we're doing it. So you're just going round cutting just to the line, not further than the line. And you end up with these little bits like this. Okay, so just keep going all the way round. And remember, it's not a race, so you don't have to do it quickly. You can take your time. You can do it quickly if you haven't got time and you just want to do a bit of craft. But we're just going round. There's not even a set size. How far away are we? Oh, a bit. Shall I talk about the weather? That's a British thing to do, isn't it? Raining here today. but nice, really nice. Had a walk along the beach this morning and oh, it was just lovely. Felt really autumnal. Had to put a coat on, get a bit wrapped up, and then came back absolutely baking from walking. So there you go, all the way round. Now you don't really have to do this, but I like to tell the paper where I want it to go. So I'm just bending them up slightly, or just bending them up actually, all the way round, like that, just because it will help me in a minute if the paper already knows the direction I need it to fold. So that's going to go round, nearly back at the beginning. Can you see mine are all different sizes? Okay, fold it back out like that. Now I'm going to put a bit of glue on the pencil mark. So this bit, you don't have to be too careful because you're not going to see it, but you don't want loads and loads of glue. So just going round the pencil line all the way round, like so. I really like that you can use all your bits and pieces. Us crafters, we're quite thrifty, and we keep all sorts of things, don't we? Well, this is that make that will use all your odds and ends up. That pile of stash that you're not really sure whether to get rid of or keep. I'm just going back round, just on the little tabby bits to put a bit of glue. And then on my hoop, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue round on the edge. So not loads, but just enough to give it a little bit of a wetness, like so. Okay, so glue to the circle. So I'm just going to put that on the pencil mark, like so. I'm just going to hold it on for probably about 10 or 20 seconds. It's not going to stick fast because it needs a bit longer than that. And then I'm just going to go around and just lift all these up. Now you can see that's not sticking. Okay, don't worry about it. It will be fine. You're just bending it back upwards so it knows which way to go. All the way round. Nearly there. And because you've already bent the tabs up, it's quite happy to do it. Okay. Looks a bit strange, doesn't it? Okay, flip it over. Oh, already you can see it's nice and flat, it's tight. You get your other piece of your embroidery hoop back and you put it back over. Now you might have to unwind or unscrew this a little bit more because it's now got paper on it, but you do want it fairly tight. Like so. Ta-da! That's it. Look at that. And because you've only used a tiny 1/4 of an inch maybe, you don't even see it poking through. It looks perfect. I'm just pleased with that bit. So what you can do now is tighten that back up so that it doesn't come undone. As much or as little as you want, because that will just hold that together. The glue will stick in place. And now you just have the decision of, do you decorate this side, so like this one, or do you decorate the inside? So this is more of a frame, and that is up to you, my friends. So what bits and pieces shall we do on this one? Okay, hello Amber. So I've got a couple of bags of bits. So let me tip them out. They're all Stampin' Up bits that have been left over from the craft retreat. Apart from a few sequins that are not. So I've got one of these. Oh, got some acetate there. I don't think we need that. I've got one of these snowflakes that you get in a pack. That could go like that in the middle. I'm still undecided which way round to do it, but that looks quite nice there as a background. I've got some more little snowflakes that I've die cut. So on this one, I layered the snowflakes up. Might do that again. So what I did, just to explain how I've got these snowflakes, when you get this, there's gaps in between, because this comes die cut but on a sheet, and you take that off and you're left with a bit of a frame of this iridescent stuff. And I didn't want to throw it away. It seemed too big a gap in between. So I used some old Stampin' Up! Snowflake dies and just went round, or actually got my husband to die cut a load of snowflakes off in the same material. So that's why I've got those. I might put that over there a bit more because I want to have a gnome. So my gnome, I've got bits of him here. I've got a blue feet, but that's probably a bit bright for this. I've got a crumb cake foot, so that could go there. And at this stage I'm just playing. I'm just having a look, seeing what fits. Now the gnome is quite big for this side when you have it on the inner bit. He's going to fill the whole of that, and I might actually have to trim him to fit him in. So I'm not sure about that. I've got a different hat there. No, let's have a look. Does that contrast? What about if I flip that over and do it on this side? What does it look like on this side? So I could have the snowflake this side. I actually like the other because it's quite a matte. That could go there. The gnome could go there. His feet. There's those brown feet if they stayed. Yeah. That's quite nice. I like that. And so I like to have my gnome's nose standing out. So I always put that over the top like that. So that's quite nice. Quite liking that. What other bits have I got? Let's have a look. Oh, I've got one of the gnomes that has been die cut from the paper. What about that? Do you think that's too bright? I'm not sure. I think my camera light's too bright. Can you see that a bit better? Sorry, I didn't realise how much of a reflection it was given. That's quite nice. Actually, I wonder if that gnome will fit on the inside a bit better. Yes, look. So we could do her there, do the snowflake there. I've got loads of twiggy bits that I used to make wreaths left over. Not sure about that. See, this is the bit that takes the time, isn't it? Okay, they could go all the way round, actually. Oh, yes, I think I like that. So they could go round, like so. Let's have a look. That's quite nice. Oh, I do like that. I've got plenty of them as well. So that could go all the way round. Okay, I think we decided on that. Do we need a snowflake bit? Because that looks a bit odd then. Maybe we could just do toadstools. Christmas toadstools. Or maybe not even a Christmas one this time. Is there some more bits? Some more toadstools? Oh, I think I'm going to do a woodland scene. See how funny is that? You change your mind all the time, just with all the bits and pieces you've got. Although, look, there's a nice snowflake there. That goes really nice on that one. Oh, decisions. So, that's it really. Such a quick little video for you this week. just to show you all the bits and pieces. Check out my Instagram or Facebook page to see the finished version, and I will post some of the other ladies as well, but here's one I prepared earlier. Have fun with embroidery hoops. Thanks for watching. Bye.